So in today's video, we're going to be looking at Overtone in the color Chocolate Brown. I don't know when Overtone started selling these sample sizes of their coloring conditioners, but I was on their site the other day and I was looking through their stuff and I was super excited when I noticed they did have the sample sizes because it's a lot easier for me to put them on my channel. I've gotten a lot of requests to do brown on my channel as well. And in the future, I would like to do mixing videos where I make brown out of other pre-existing dyes, but that's a little bit more complicated. I thought it'd be easier for now to start out with a brown that already exists. This stuff is kind of deceiving because you open it up and it really does look like chocolate, but then you smell it and it's minty. And I'm expecting at the very least a mint chocolate scent, but it's just mint. So the way Overtone works is that they have the coloring conditioner, which is more pigmented and is intended to dye the hair. And then they have a regular conditioner that also has color in it, but it's meant to maintain the hair. So my swatches are human hair swatches, but the only one that is virgin hair is the number 4 black swatch. The rest have been chemically dyed or bleached at some point in their existence. They are also labeled 1 through 12, but that is not synonymous with hair levels because I like to do close-ups and pictures and stuff near the end of the video, so each number just helps us keep track of each swatch. Our number 1 is a dark blue today. I kind of wanted to just see if the brown could cover it and if you would see any of the blue through it. 2 is gray, 3 is a natural red, 4 is black, and then from 4 to 11 we have a range that goes to platinum blonde. And then number 12 is like a toned version of number 11. So we'll be taking the dye directly out of the container and we'll be putting it at the top of each swatch. And then some people do like to dilute their dyes. So I'm going to do a diluted version at the bottom of each swatch. So everyone's hair is different, which means everyone's hair will take dye differently. So please just use my video as a reference as to how this could possibly turn out for you. Also, different monitors show colors differently, so that could also be another contributing factor to it looking different in real life for you versus how you saw it in my video. For the diluted section, we're going to do a 2-to-1 ratio. So that is 2 parts of diluter to 1 part dye. If you're unsure what diluter is, the short, simple answer is that it essentially lightens the color of the dye. And if you're wondering, I just use a plain white conditioner when I am diluting. I'm gonna let these sit for about 3 hours and then I will rinse them out. On the container, it says you can do a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes. So length of time really just determines like how well it will stay in your hair. At least from what I've heard, the longer it sits in the hair, the more time it has to absorb the color. But today I'm just going to use it as a regular dye and see what it looks like. So I'm going to just do the 3 hours that I usually do. So this seems to be a deeper brown because I can see a difference on pretty much all of the swatches except for the number 4 black swatch. The number 5 swatch, the difference is very minute, like you can barely tell a difference. But looking at the diluted section versus the direct dye portion, you can see like a little line in the middle. As for the direct dye portion, I think it looks good on pretty much all of the swatches. The number 1 swatch that was blue, on both the direct dye portion and the diluted section, it does look black. So I would say that's the only swatch I don't think it looks its best on. If you don't mind your hair turning black, then it's probably okay, but it doesn't look brown to me, so that's why I say that. Another reason I like to dilute dyes is to see the undertones a little bit better. And you can see that the undertones in the chocolate brown are very golden. It's especially apparent on the number 2 and 11 swatch, but obviously it still looks pretty golden on the other swatches as well. If someone has any experience with any of the dyes I've done, let me know if the diluted section looks at all how some of these dyes fade, because hypothetically I could see that this would be how the brown would fade, at least to a like lighter golden color. And as for the diluted section, I think I like it the most on 11 through 12, and I really like it on the number 3 swatch as well. Even though the hair underneath is a natural red, I like the warmth that comes out with the natural red. And then I feel like you can really see the golden undertones the best on the 10 through 12. You can see the golden on the like 8 and 9, but it doesn't look quite the same as it does on like the number 11 swatch. When I swatched this dye on a paper towel, which is what I usually do, I'll swatch the dye by itself, and then as I'm diluting it, I'll swatch it next to the dye. And on the paper towel, it had a little bit more of like a green undertone, and I feel like on the diluted section for number 2, that's kind of what it looks like. It's not super like green, but in comparison to the blonde swatches, it does look a little bit less yellow and more green. And this dye really confused my brain. So like earlier in the video, I said when you open up the jar, it does look like chocolate, but it smells minty, but not even like a mint chocolate, right? Just minty, which is fine. But then as I was rinsing these out, the water, I like rinsed them out in my sink, and the water was a very particular shade of yellow. And usually things that color yellow don't smell minty, but all I could smell was mint. It was so weird for my brain. So since this is the first brown that I've done, I don't have any comparisons to do, but in the future when I do other browns, I'll compare those to this color. So now I'd like to get into the before and after clips, which I do film those and anything after this in natural lighting. And I'm sure, as you know, recreating the same exact environment on 2 different days can be kind of difficult. So if anything looks slightly off, that is probably why. I hope this video helped. If you have a request, I do have a link below to a Google form you can fill out. Just remember, I only do dyes that do not test on animals. Thank you to my patrons, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.